Two businesses in agriculture and in catering.
Good afternoon. My name is Agnes Ndovi. I'm from ADMAC, the home of grains. I'm a marketing manager. If you're looking for soya beans, beans, all the grains, all the lentils, all the legumes, we have them.
Good afternoon. My name is Stella Kasire, and I am an oncology nurse in Uganda, but currently came to Malawi to look at business opportunities and what to do back home.
Good afternoon. My name is Herbert Chaze. I'm originally from Uganda, but I live in London. I came to Malawi to look for opportunities for investment. I've started a company called Jinjax, but I'm looking for any opportunities for investment where I can put my finances and help develop back home than develop in Europe.
Good afternoon. My name is Daibon Chibonga. I'm a director of GN Packaging, which is trading Stickbed Oils Limited. We're working with 800 farmers in Kota, producing vetiver into essential oils for export. Thank you.
I'm Charles Kachirenga from the Department of Tourism. If you are looking for any information on tourism opportunities, you can contact me. Thank you.
I'm Bashir Sama, General Manager for Rap Processes Limited. We are agro processors. So basically what we do is we buy crops from the smallholder farmers. Soya beans, groundnuts, pigeon peas, rice and the like. And we process for the local market as also for the international market. Thank you.
Hello everyone. I work for Goa Mining Corporation. So if you want to do anything towards mining, you can contact Goa Mining Corporation. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Isobel Jere, the programs coordinator for the Girls Activist Youth Organization. It's a youth-led organization which aims at empowering all girls and young women to reach their full potential. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Alina Femponda, working for Goa Mining. So in case we have investors looking for people in mining, we are here. You can find us.
Good afternoon. I am Isabella Jere. I'm working with the Ministry of Information. I'm also a business lady. I'm into cosmetics, also have any products, body lotions, and the like. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Emily Nkoma from Salima Sugar Company. If you are looking for the natural brown sugar, you can always visit us. Let's keep in touch. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. I am Teda Kello from Uganda High Commission, based in Dar es Salaam.
Hello, everybody. My name is Tom Nedi, working with Maluso Cooperative Union, which is an umbrella body for all of cooperatives in Malawi. We are producing rice, honey, and the other herbal products. Thank you.
Okay, my name is Adil Chirungo. I produce fertilizer, organic fertilizer from fish. This is a full spectrum fertilizer. It actually replaces the chemical fertilizers. It's climate smart, 10 times cheaper than chemical fertilizer, and it works on all crops. So if there's anybody who wants to invest, we can actually talk.
Okay, thank you everyone. I think now the B2Bs can begin because we now know where to go, who to talk to, since we know what, oh, sorry about that. We still have a few gentlemen here. I apologize, people.
Once again, my name is Elia Kawireko. I'm from the Uganda Investment Authority. If you want to do business in Uganda, how to go to Uganda, please come and we talk.
Good afternoon. I am Father David Nwagaba, the chairperson of the Ugandan community here in Malawi. I am a director of Lunta Television, which is covering this event live for people who are following. I'm more delighted to link the two countries that I've been here since 2005, so I'm Malawian, but I'm Ugandan as well. Thank you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Martin Isiagi. I am responsible for economic liaison under Father David in the Uganda community. On my own also, I operate a business called Sunny Limited, which is into agribusiness. Thank you.
Good afternoon, members. I'm Dr. Hamia William Wambata, doctor of books, not medicine. My profession is in IT. That's why I have a doctorate in cybersecurity. What brings food on the table is two companies I run, Lapa Logistics, I deal in logistics, and Vasutas that deals in IT. Thank you.
Protocol observed in respect of time. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Zabat Karanzi. I'm here basically on the business side. I run a company called Lapa Logistics, the CEO. I'm glad to be with you. Thank you.
Good afternoon, colleagues. My name is Love Mondeke. I work for Malawi Investment and Trade Center. It's a government company. If you're looking to invest in Malawi, or you want to do trade and investment, please talk to us on the issues of industrial parks, tax incentives, land matters, as well as registering your company. We are one-stop service center in Malawi. Thank you very much.
Thank you. As my co-host has said, we now know who's in the room, what their interests are. So I would urge you to move around to where your interest is so that you can have a discussion. We are going to have this session for 20 minutes. The ambassador wants to introduce himself.
My question, what I want to raise, emanates from Mr. Ndege's presentation. Mr. Ndege, if you can remember what you presented, we were trying to discuss the channels of trade or the routes to use in trading, but you only concentrated on a rail or road or something. But you know, we are in a place called Great Lakes, and I'm sure you're a member of Great Lakes. If you can cast the lakes, the map of Africa, you see the lakes around where we can look at the connectivity, other routes of trade using the lakes that we have. You could see, we could stimulate some discussion and some interest in these African countries. If we can have, the roots in his presentation. No, this is not the one. The first slide, actually it was the first. Next. Next. Yeah. I think this, the trade corridors. You see, now is talking about the road, isn't it? Rail and road. Rail and road. But now you go back to the map and see the lakes, how these lakes are connected. You'll find it very interesting. The other map, this one. You see from Lekarabat in Uganda, you see where Uganda is? You see that lake, you come down, you see that lake there, you come this lake Tanganyika. Yeah, you come, yes, you see all those, that's water up to this Lake Malawi. So you can see that we can even develop if African countries were serious. This is an area of interesting. You may find it even cheaper than SGR if we adopted the. So, Mr. Ndege, in your, even you could see that if we use the water, we may, because what is cheaper is the cheapest means of transport. So that corridor should be included in our discussion. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for that critical observation. I think you are quite right that I think using marine might be even cheaper than using air or road or rail. So I think that is something that we really need to seriously consider, to put in the right infrastructure that is going to facilitate movement of goods and services and people along our water bodies. So I think as government, we have taken note. I think it's something that we can start discussing through our Minister of Transport as well as their counterparts in Uganda. Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for that observation. I think we can, if you have any comments and observations, I think this is the time whilst you are doing the B2B networking. If you have any question, because during the panel discussions, we're also supposed to have a Q&A. So you can also take opportunity of this time to ask any questions that you might have. There's already a hand over there. If you can have a mic.
Good afternoon. I just want to question and comment on the said delegation, which will be going to Uganda on the 15th. I just wanted to know, like, what will be the criteria, or what is it that somebody has to do? Because I think if you look around, you'll find out that we are having more empty chairs and fewer people, meaning that probably fewer people are more interested in this, but it can be surprising that the fewer people who are still around here because of their interest might not be there or may not make it to the list. So I just wanted to understand the criteria and how it's going to work, because or else if there could be another way of maybe people would want to self-finance peradventure who might not fit in the 15, but who might want to self-finance. Thank you.
I think on the modalities on selecting the 15, I think it's something that has just come up now, but I think it's something that we are going to discuss between MITC and the Uganda Investment Authority to see how best we can mobilize, identify, and recruit the 15 SMEs. As we said, we want SMEs that are going to bring in the results. Of course, it shows commitment that you came here in the morning, you are here up to this afternoon, people have left, so this is a commitment that you are showing that you'd want to do business with Uganda. So I think as we are coming up with the modalities, we should be able to communicate on how we are going to recruit. Whatever processes that are going to be there, we will advise in due course. Bear in mind that we only have a month to prepare and facilitate this visit. I don't know if there's anything that you'd want to add, Bananteke, or a different one. Okay, I hope I have attempted to respond. Of course, you have mentioned that maybe there might be some that might be able to self-finance, so I think all those things are going to be taken into account. So, there's another hand over here. What's the mic?
Again, I'm Father David Nwagaba, the Ugandan chairperson, community in Malawi chairperson, and director of Lunta Television. Just two things. One that links with the question of my brother over there. I wish the Malawi Airlines would give a little taste of how the launch on the 15th of December, how the day will be like. I see it's attracting a lot of interest and attention. The ambassador has already come in to aid some of the people to go on that first flight. And so if we get a little talk from them, a little brief on that, where it's going to be, what will happen, we might need to then embrace that venture, that it is a success. And again, on the ambassador's side, to see on the other side, on Uganda, how the reception is going to be, and things move really smoothly. Secondly, it is with the Ministry of Trade and, of course, Ministry of Finance and you, the MITC. I know we have talked about the trade between two countries and Centenary Bank being in the center of trading. You deposit, you buy goods. Instead of transporting cash to Uganda, we deposit money in Centenary Bank here in Malawi, and then the other way around. The information I have is depositing money from Uganda to Malawi is limitless as it stands. At the moment, sending money from Malawi to Uganda, the limit is up to $500. Which is a very small amount of money. And so there is need of looking at this opening, that it is the same way, and business is going to flow easily. Thank you.
Mr. Moderator, I'd like my brother here, because tourism is one of the biggest earners of foreign exchange in Africa. In Uganda specifically, I don't know about, so I want him to discuss with us how he can connect his tourists, because he has many from Malawi, can come now to see the other two, gorillas and chimpanzees. Yes, I want him to discuss that.
Your Excellency, thank you very much, and all the delegates. I did introduce myself as Ken Banda. I am in the travel and tourism sector, and my background is that I worked for UTA Air France for 17 years in Malawi, and I also worked for Air France in Kenya for 1 year. After 1 year, I was transferred to Zimbabwe for the same company, Air France, where I worked for Air France for 6 years. After working for Air France for 6 years, I came back to Malawi to start my own business, which is called Bon Voyage Tours. And we have been in operation in Malawi for since 2001, more than 20 years. We're on the ground here. One of my responsibilities in my introduction is that I am the Vice President for East and Southern Africa Travel Agencies Association. So all the countries that are in East and Southern Africa have got national associations. So we manage those associations. And in Uganda, we have the Uganda Travel Agents Association, which is our member, and they report to our board. Coming back to addressing the question. This morning, there was, I think, a presentation from the lady at that side who was saying that she took almost 19 hours to travel from Uganda to come to Malawi. And these are the issues that we are actively addressing in our industry. We see governments and also the different stakeholders to ensure that there is seamless travel. And I'm happy that Malawian Airline has made this decision to start flights to Uganda. I was asking them whether it is indeed profitable. You know, airline business is very expensive, coming from an airline background myself. And just like an example, the example of Ethiopian Airline, they normally don't do point-to-point travel. Point-to-point travel is you fly from Malawi to Uganda and Uganda back to Malawi. That's point-to-point travel. Ethiopian Airline, they do circular flights, and the whole reason they do circular flights is to pick passengers along different points in order to make up for the load. So Malawian Airline has indeed taken a very brave decision to start flights to Uganda, but we know that it is in starting a flight or an operation that will attract people to discover what is in each other's country. I was in Uganda 3 years ago on an educational tour that was organized by PEL, the Uganda Tourism Association. I was one of the invited buyers, and I managed, or I was privileged to visit some of the tourism sites in Uganda, and indeed Uganda has got a very developed and attractive package. So between Malawi and Uganda, we can work together because Malawi has got specific attractions, just like Uganda has got specific attractions. So us, as the tour operators and travel agents, we can package these. So my encouragement to Uganda Airlines, I spoke to her very briefly, is that between Uganda Airlines and Malawian Airlines, they should organize educational tours so that the operators are not only selling the ticket, but they're also selling the product that they have knowledge about. So it is very important. I know it is expensive, but also speaking from the other side of my profession, the airlines can work together with the tourism associations that can help them to find not free as it were, but reduced fees for hotels and transfers. It will be in the interest of the hotels in Uganda and in Malawi to offer those services, because, for instance, when I'm sitting in my office and a client comes and I'm selling them a ticket, I can easily say, okay, you're going to Kampala, yes, you're going to Uganda, yes, go to Hilton Hotel, because I know the product that I did visit. And similarly, someone who is coming from Uganda, they go to a travel agent in Uganda, they're coming to Malawi, they will say, go to President's Hotel, because they know what the client is going to get from President's Hotel. So it's about collaboration, it's about working together. I do not have specific figures between Malawi and Uganda, but I know from experience that once Malawian Airline has started now advertising or marketing the route to Uganda, and once all of us as operators get involved, we are going to generate traffic. But again, the other counsel I was giving to Malawi Airlines is to speak to Uganda Airlines, because flying to Uganda should not be seen as a destination. Malawi Airlines should be able to come up with commercial agreements with Uganda Airlines to fly beyond Entebbe, because that is what flying is about. So if those kind of agreements are made, some agreements are made between airlines, but some are facilitated by governments. So the governments, through the bilateral agreements, will play a very important role in order to make that facilitation. There was talk about taxes. Kenya and Tanzania have introduced some, we call them funny taxes, because these are adding on to, which is not, very good. So currently, the fares, the taxes are much more than the fare itself. So you find the fare is $5 and taxes are as much as $15. And these are some of the things that maybe policymakers needed to see. I know that governments, they need money, but sometimes they need money at the expense of attracting, travelers to come, and therefore denying the country the much needed forex that they need. So in conclusion, what I would like to assure you and the Uganda delegation is that we in Malawi, and speaking on behalf of Malawi Airlines, who are not here, but also speaking on behalf of the Travel Agents Association and tour operators, we are here to make sure that this operation is successful. Thank you very much.
I want you to assure us that on the menu of your tourists, because you have your tourists, your clients from Europe, on your menu whether you can add on the gorillas and the chimpanzees in Uganda. So when they come here, after seeing what they have seen, they go to Uganda on the Malawi Airlines, they come to Uganda, they see the gorillas, and then they get to Uganda Airlines, they go to France or London or where, because now we have got Uganda Airlines to those places.
Your Excellency, it is doable. Currently, I'll give you an example. In Malawi, our biggest attraction is the lake. So what we do, we are selling the lake and the game in Zambia, just across. It's just about 2.5 hours to the nearest game reserve in Zambia. So I visited chimpanzee myself. I visited the gorillas, and I'll be free to say the packages for gorillas and the chimpanzees in Uganda, the fees or the charges are much lower than the other side of the country. So we have every reason to promote these in Uganda. And with what I just said about if a client, for example, Malawi Airlines and Ethiopian Airlines are on the same from Europe, for example, they come to Malawi, they enjoy what we have here, the lake, the culture and everything, and then from here they can fly on Malawi Airlines to Entebbe, then they see the gorillas, they see the chimpanzee and visit the other places, and then they can fly out on Ethiopian Airlines, back to the destination. So it's going to work very well. And as I said, tourism now is about secular, flying, not just one destination. You come to Malawi, you see what is in Malawi, and then you go to another country, you see what is also in another country. Instead of making two separate trips, one trip, you go to Uganda, you see the chimpanzees, you go back to Europe or America or wherever they have come from, and then they make another trip to come to Malawi to see the lake. It's no longer what is practiced now. So the practice now is you fly to a region, and then you see as much as you can see in that opportunity, and then fly back. So this is what we are promoting now. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. That's what I wanted to hear.
Thank you very much for those valuable insights, the advice, the guidance. where you have pointed out the need for collaboration between Malawian Airlines as well as Ugandan Airlines, as well as the tour operators to provide or to give tourists an experience, because that's what they are looking for. So we should find a way on how we can work together to merge our two specific attractions, just to ensure that we encourage tourists to come to Malawi, they go to Uganda, and then they go to other destinations. Otherwise, thank you very much for those contributions. There's a hand at the back there. Those with a microphone, please.
Yeah, thank you very much. Mine is just, I just want to get some quick clarifications, because I think the interest is coming from Malawi, going to Uganda to see how we can make also partnerships. And the trip, the 15th December, becomes more attractive in that sense. But then after the 15th December, what follows? Mine is a more practical question. I've seen Uganda, the presentation has been more on high end. I mean, like you're talking of, it looked more of developed companies, you know, businesses, as compared to Malawi. Of course, the data showed that even in terms of the trade balance, Malawi is on the lower side, meaning Uganda must a bit take a step of trying to also incubate Malawians. In Malawi, if you're talking of businesses that can actually work very well, they are more small and medium scale. They are not into the, you know, large scale businesses. So in the presentation, I've not seen much from Uganda as in incentivizing the SME section, the small and medium, you know, enterprise, which is more of the main part or mainstay in Malawi. In Malawi, mostly we're talking about SMEs as the engine. You know, otherwise, the big companies are not really owned by many. So what is it that Uganda has in terms of SME support? Do they have any preferential? Would they give any preferential treatment to SMEs? Because if you go to Uganda and you have to compete, small as we are, compete with big companies, it will not work. So would you have, they have anything in store? Number two, is there any hotline facility which in an event a Malawian goes to Uganda and then he meets issues to call on the spot to say, I'm here, I need some support? Because I'm looking at that as being another facilitator in terms of smoothening, you know, the starting of the whole thing. Yes, in Malawi, you've got traffic police stopping you and all that. The same thing, you could also be talking of a hotline, where Ugandan comes to Malawi, meets some you know, kind of nuances. They can easily call and say, well, how do we do this, right? That's one thing. And the other thing is on standards, right? Okay, I for one, I produce fertilizer, organic fertilizer. It has been certified by the government. It's actually, you know, working. We've been actually promoting for 5 years. It's actually working. But then, how does that get accepted in Uganda? Do I have to go through the whole process of getting certified? And if so, what are the standards? And what are the facilities that this initiative, this engagement can offer? Would Malawi certification be okay in the Ugandan setup, or have to start again the process in Uganda, right? So that's one thing that I thought I would also get cleared. Was after the 15th December, then it's work. But now how to work when the contents are not, or the substance is not really addressed. So these are some of the things that I thought we can clear and see that, you know, if there's anything, we can actually take it from there. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I don't know, is it an extension or is it a different question? Okay, so comment. Okay. She can give her comment in front here. Then probably Iria, you can take the questions that have been raised.
No, thank you. I reached out to the head of commercial for Malawi Airlines on the question that was asked around if they're going to do anything special. So his response is that they will have a promotional rate on the 15th of December. It's going to be, it's about $300 to $350 lower than what other airlines are charging. But if anyone requires a special discount, they should reach out to him. So I can provide the number if anyone needs it.
All right. Thank you very much. So that's information regarding the flight rates. There's a special discount that is going to be offered, but there's also room for further discussion to give you additional discount. So, Elia, three questions that were raised. I hope you wrote.
I had the one on standards.
Yes.
I had the other one on SMEs.
Yes. And on hotline, if there's a number that they can call.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me start with that one. MTIC and UIA, we are now brothers and sisters. If you need anything from Uganda, reach to him, he'll reach to me, and we shall respond. Is it true?
Yes.
That is the first one. Uganda Investment Authority and MTIC, we are going to collaborate to help investors between the two countries. That's the first one. The second one, for you particularly, I gave you my number. So that one is settled. But the other one is on the standards. You cannot have a standard in Malawi which does not conform to COMESA. Am I right? Uganda is part of COMESA. So you get me? So a standard in Malawi, which is accepted in Malawi, applies in Uganda. Have I answered you? And a standard in COMESA is usually an international standard. So if you are in Malawi and you're producing to COMESA standard, then you apply internationally. So sir, your product can go anywhere from Malawi to the US, China, even Japan, because we are in COMESA. And the COMESA region is regulated as a block. So don't worry, you have an international standard, your products can go to any market. For SMEs to come to Uganda, you have to identify where you want to go. But, like I told you in the presentation, the easiest way for an SME to penetrate the Ugandan market is through partnership. You have your fertilizer, you want to distribute it to Uganda, look for a partner who can help you either with the logistics, warehousing. Because I know you may not be ready to hire warehouses, but you have a partner who has their warehouses, and you put their product. When you're registering your company, it's better for you to first learn, at least for 3 years, then you become independent. I think that applies to all businesses. Even then, I will advise a Ugandan coming to Malawi to first look for a Malawian partner, so that it gets to know the ropes and not surround the place before you go independent. It works for you. That's why I told you the best way for a business to establish in a country is to look for another business, what we call B2B. Government will come and help you, but the other business person will tell you the reality. He will tell you the reality, come and you come and tell you, but my friend, the people here will do. So if you want to come to Uganda, look for a business person. You can contact me and introduce you to other business people. But the other business person will help you more than me, because for me, being a bureaucrat, I'll tell you come and I walk away. I hope I have understood. I've answered.
Thank you very much for those responses. Are there any hands? If there are any questions? I think if we have exhausted all the comments, all the questions, then probably we can now move to the final phase of our forum today, which is the closing part. So let me call His Excellency, if you are ready, to give your closing remarks, because we are now moving to the closing part. Wherever you're comfortable, Your Excellency.
So good afternoon once again. Good afternoon, everybody. Let me take this singular honor with all the humility to thank everybody who actually took off his time or her time to come here. Those who made nutritious presentations. I'm very sure, I have no doubt in my mind, that we benefited, all of us. Everybody has what to take home. And I'm very sure that your minds have been tickled to start thinking how to grow your businesses and how even to make them, how they can cross the borders of Malawi. I'm sure that is now what is running around in your mind. And for us, as Uganda High Commission, we have achieved one objective of creating a platform where you people have talked, have exchanged ideas, and the next step is to follow you up, to keep engaging with you so that we see some MOUs being signed. And I want to assure you that a journey of 1,000 kilometers starts with one step. Now with the Malawi Airlines, even these small scale businesses, you can put some of those stuff I've seen outside there, which are used in the cosmetics industries, in the detergent industry, in the wellness industry. You can have them in Uganda instead of getting them from France. Therefore, you have homework to do. I want to receive reports from my office that so many groups have signed MOUs, have found partners where they can send these products to open a presence in Kampala. Everybody wants to be healthy, to be good, to feel good. So some of those products I saw outside can be part of the business. Let us not look at the bigger things only, like maize or what, but there are certain things I've seen there, especially the health products, because most of the health products come from abroad, from outside. But I've seen many of them here. And I encourage Ugandans really to open shops. I'm a big client of health products myself. These moringas, I've seen the moringas there. We put it in our salt, we put it in our tea, we put it in our porridge. So I've seen some good products there. And even those perfumes I've seen. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for coming. Thank you very much for educating us. And thank you very much. I want to thank my staff who have, and the other colleagues of theirs who have made this engagement very successful. And I want to thank the government of Malawi most sincerely for the support that they have extended to us since we arrived. And I want to thank the Ministry of Trade and Industry and my sister who represents the Minister and all other officials from Foreign Affairs, please convey our gratitude and our sincere thanks to the government, to the ministry, for the support they have given us for the success of this engagement. And we look forward to continued engagement and collaboration until we see real, tangible results. With those few remarks, I want to wish everybody journey mercies to wherever you are traveling. Those who are inside Malawi, please safe journey to your homes, and convey our greetings to your parents and relatives and friends. And we look forward to seeing you again next year for the same business. But I want to announce to Ugandans that next time we shall come with our NIRA machines to make identity cards for you. So I know you have a challenge of Uganda national identity cards. Is a new now. They have started issuing new identity cards with more features than the previous identity card. So we shall be coming to stay here longer to make sure, but we shall announce it to you so that you come in large numbers and we stay here and we do that registration so that you get your identity cards. And we shall be coming at the same time for our diaspora convention, and I'm sure during that time, that's when we shall do all that. And you will be informed accordingly. Otherwise, journey mercies and God bless you. Thank you very much. May I take this in your honor to invite my dear sister to come and represent the minister and make her closing remarks. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. His Excellency the Colonel Retired Fred Mwesige, the High Commissioner from Uganda. Indeed, it is an honor. You have been with us this morning up to the discussions, and you are now with us here during the closing ceremony. We are so much excited as a country, Malawi, from Ministry of Trade. We are also so much excited as business practitioners and also business gurus that are here, and also as government that you have been with us. The collaboration that is there between Uganda and Malawi is not just the end, but today it's now marking the beginning of an ending. So it marks the biggest milestone in the journey towards deeper economic cooperation between Malawi and Uganda. So we have noted that throughout the day, we have witnessed rich dialogue, presentations, and also tangible expressions of commitment towards strengthening trade, strengthening investments, manufacturing, agribusiness, tourism, and also services. I want to extend our appreciations to all Ugandan partners that have traveled from Uganda, and also the Ugandans that reside here in Malawi, for your presence and also for your contributions today. As government, we are fully committed to providing a conducive policy and also regulatory environment that should not just support the private sector, but almost everyone else, so that we should promote growth and also should facilitate cross-border business partnership. We trust that the connections that have been established here will translate into meaningful joint ventures, expanded trade flows, investments, projects, and also long-term partnership that benefits our people, that is from Uganda and Malawi. Let me once again recommend and also commend the organizers of this function. I know it has not been easy to pull all of us together, the exhibitors that spend their time to come up with the products. Others traveled, I know, very far to exhibit their products and also to participate here. The energy, the insights, the presentations will not just contribute to this function, but to contribute to the whole nation. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as I conclude today's program, I encourage all delegates to maintain the momentum that has been generated today. We have actually made so many connections. We have shared business cards. We have shared email and contacts. This should continue, and we should continue building bridges of opportunities, innovations, and also the shared prosperity that is there between Malawi and Uganda. All the best. Thank you.
Another round of applause for the ambassador, as well as our guest of honor, the director from Ministry of Industrialization, Business, Trade and Tourism. Quick takeaways are that this is just the beginning of our journey. Let's continue to engage, to collaborate, so that at the end of the day, this should not just be one of those ticking the boxes, but there should be meaningful results that are going to be born out of this gathering. The ambassador is expecting MOUs to be signed, so let's work hard towards achieving this objective. The identity cards, I hope they are also open to us so that we become Ugandans. But otherwise, thank you very much. And a special hand of applause to all of us for persevering from morning up to this afternoon. It hasn't been easy. There were some hiccups, but we have managed to soldier on up to the end of the program. I thank you very much for being around, for hanging around. The program continues tomorrow. So tomorrow we are just having the exhibition and an opportunity to continue our B2B engagements. So I would encourage you all, if there are still some issues that you want to continue to discuss, you can come forward tomorrow to continue those deliberations. Otherwise, this marks the end of our program. I've been your host, Tendai Banda from MITC. I wish you a very good evening. We started with a prayer, then we also close with a prayer. And the one who opens is the one who closes. So over to you, Father David.
Let's humble ourselves and pray. Again, I pray as a Catholic in respect to all faith. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. It is a prayer of gratitude to you, Lord, for having seen us through this beautiful day. And it is our prayer that safety be granted to all who will be traveling to different destinations. And lastly, we pray that this beautiful moment may bear fruits for both Malawi and Uganda, with your blessing upon all of us, you the Father, you the Son, and you the Holy Spirit. Amen. Enjoy your evening. Thank you.
We have afternoon refreshments, so as we are going out, we can grab a cup of tea, we can continue the engagements.